Welcome to the C-Suite of the Open Video Series with TMX Group. I'm Arnie Goldstein, Head of Company Services based out of Vancouver. Joining me today is Fred Davidson, the President and CEO of Impact Silver. Welcome, Fred. Thanks for joining me today.
It's a pleasure. Good to see you.
So tell me about Impact Silver. What's the elevator pitch here?
The elevator pitch is a great one, actually. We've been in production now for 14 years as a pure silver play in Mexico. What is even more interesting is we're still working on a project which covers almost 220 square kilometers in probably one of the oldest and certainly one of the largest silver districts in Mexico.
That's fantastic. So do you want to talk a little bit about your place in the industry and how you're operating?
Yeah, we bootstrapped ourselves into this about 14 years ago when we first acquired the property. This property has been in on and off production now since the time of the Spanish conquest 500 years ago. It's an old property, and it's produced a lot of silver in its time. And interestingly enough, it's also produced a lot of gold. What we've been doing is, through money we've raised almost $40 million over the last 13 years, courtesy of things like the TSX. But more so, we've also produced revenue that's probably the equivalent in terms of being allowed to use that and reinvest that back into the property and our knowledge of the property. It's been a pretty exciting experience for us so far.
Gotta love it when you get gold as a byproduct.
Yeah. Actually, it's interesting because we've been primarily producing silver. As I say, the area is a very large area, and we are just getting into exploring an area called Valle de Oro, which is Valley of Gold. And that wasn't named by us, that was named by the Spanish 500 years ago. And then after that, we've also got another area that's volcanogenic massive sulfides to the far south. And that's an area we've just started to work on about 8 years ago. We stopped when the metal prices fell for base metals, but we're restarting that again because of the precious metal content.
So what are some of the near-term aspects or near-term catalysts that investors can look for from Impact?
Well, first of all, price of silver. We're over a 90% pure silver producer. We don't use equivalents when we tell people we've produced 11 million ounces to date. Secondly, we've got a fairly aggressive exploration program planned for this year. We raised money earlier last year, and we raised a little bit beginning of this year. With the COVID-19, we anticipated it could be very difficult. We've been fortunate in that is we are generating positive cash flow even under these conditions. And going forward, we're going to have a fairly aggressive program going into the balance of the year, looking for our silver production to expand it, looking for the gold target at Valle de Oro, and working on some metallurgical efforts with the VMS to bring it to a production phase.
I understand. Fred, how would you sum up the investment proposition for Impact Silver? What are the three key ideas you'd like to leave?
Well, the three ideas we'd like to leave is silver is a volatile metal. It's ideal for the people to trade with, and as a surrogate, Impact is one of the best surrogates. It's highly leveraged silver. We've got institutional investors that are coming in and have participated, and we see them as strength for the future. We've got the gold bugs as well. On the other side, we are selling to some of the biggest companies in the world, Trafigura, Samsung, etc. Our product, we produce a concentrate. So we've got both a strong liquidity. We've been trading very substantially. We've got a strong shareholder base. We've got a strong market, and we've probably got one of the more exciting exploration plays in all of Mexico right now.
Well, that's fantastic news. I look forward to hearing more of your news flow as it comes along. And thanks for joining me today, Fred.
It's my pleasure. Good to see you.